Hi everybody, welcome back to the Cutting Edge Garage. It's been a while since we've done something in the garage. We sold our old building, had to build a new garage, new facilities. This will be a short episode dedicated specifically to the DIY guys. Our graphic designer, Braxton, had his vehicle in. He has a problem going on with one of his CV axles. We're gonna swap out the axles. So thanks for taking the time to join us. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is one of my pet peeves. A lot of technicians, including professional technicians, will take the wheel lock and put it on an impact. These wheel locks are not designed for impacts. You can damage the lock or the key in putting them on an impact. So I always break these loose by hand, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Okay. Now we can zip the rest of that off with the impact. You're going to go all the way down? Okay, first thing that we have to do is take out these 17mm bolts for the lower ball joint. That'll allow us to move this spindle out of the way so that we can separate the axle from the spindle and go ahead and get the old axle out and the new one put in. So let's go ahead and get these bolts out of the way. Next, we're going to go ahead and pull out the 36mm axle nut. And yes, this 1/2-inch gun that's about the size of most 3/8 guns did take that 36mm axle nut off. Go ahead and tap the axle, get it loose. You don't want to beat on that. You don't want to mushroom the head of that axle so that the nut doesn't go back on. If it's stuck, you can use a air chisel if you have it right in the center of this axle. You can use a rubber mallet, preferred. I couldn't find mine for some reason, but again, be easy with it. And this axle was already loose, so no big deal. So we're going to go ahead and pry that ball joint loose. Now our axle is free floating. So now we want to go ahead and get this axle out of the spindle. Just like that. And now I need to get the inner shaft out of the carrier bearing. Now, Honda axles are notorious for being difficult to come out. It's going to take some time. If you're lucky, you'll hit it, with a pry bar, pop it with a pry bar. Once or twice, it's going to slide right out. In some cases, it may take you a while. Be patient, the axle will come out. It helps a lot if you can get this spindle assembly out of the way. I couldn't find my bungee cords. Again, this is a new garage, first time here, so we're still unpacking some things. I did have a piece of Romex wire that was laying around, so I just took the Romex wire, tied it up, got it up out of the way. Whatever works, works. Now I'm going to try to work this axle from two different directions, see if I can go ahead and pop it out. Sometimes a few love taps with the hammer is exactly what the doctor ordered.
All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in. Hey, just tap it in.
The axle was already making some noise. The grease has come out of it, but this is a fairly new axle, believe it or not. And And one of the reasons that I'm pointing out why we're replacing this axle is so that you don't make the same mistake. So when this axle was replaced the first time, there is a manufacturing piece right here next to the ball joint. So if you drop, and it's sharp, has some sharp edges on it. So if you drop the axle on this piece or drag it over there, you may cut that boot, and that's exactly what happened to this one. So it's really important, take your time, don't rush it, and don't tear the boot. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and, we've got our old axle out, we're gonna go ahead and slide in our new axle, and we're gonna be careful to avoid that sharp piece of metal. Splines are on. What I'm going to do now, because I couldn't find my rubber mallet, I'm going to put this castle nut on, and I'm going to bring it up flush with the edge of this, the end of this axle, so that when I hit it, I'm not mushrooming the head. All right, and you'll notice our dust shield is all the way up, axle seated. Now we can slide our castle nut off, and we can go ahead and put everything back in place. First thing we're going to do, going back, is take off our unique specialty tool, the Romex holding wire, because that's important. You can't do this job without it. And no, Romex did not, Southern Wire and Romex did not pay us or endorse us in any way. All right. Now we're going to slide the outer shaft back in. Outer shaft's back in. And we're going to line up our ball joint. All right. All right. Let's line back up. Now we can put our bolts back in. All right, now we're going to take our castle nut. And make sure that that's good and tight. Then we're going to want to take a punch. And if you look at the end of the axle, there's a little indentation in it. We're going to bend over the lip of this castle nut, and that's what keeps that from backing off. It's a safety feature to keep that from backing off. Axle's back in, castle nut's on, everything's seated. We're going to go ahead and put the tire back in. We're just about done. Just like I said with the removal, I'm not going to impact this wheel lock. I'm just going to run it down snug. I will use torque sticks on the other lug nuts, and then I'll hand torque this lug nut, or the wheel lock lug nut, when I'm done. All right, we've got our torque sticks. So we're going to go ahead and run these down, and we'll go ahead and torque them. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. Again, specifically dedicated to the DIY guys. Honda spark plugs, Honda CV axle. Make sure to like us and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. We'll see you again soon in the Cutting Edge Garage.